Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti from AnthonyMorganti.com, and this is episode 200 of Photo Critiques. And in this episode, I'm pleased to critique the work of Tiana McGuire. Tiana sent me in some really nice images. This first one's nice. Most of us would have walked right over this, and you saw the beauty in it and took a nice shot. Nice focus, really well done. Little unusual lens choice, 38 millimeters on your 18 to 55 millimeter lens, f of 5.6, so not a lot of depth of field, but you did a nice job. ISO 400 to get it exposed right. I like it a lot. The only thing I thought when I saw it, I was thinking black and white. That would kind of look cool as a black and white. So something to consider. But I like your shot though very much. This is nice. I like stuff like this. You got this a diagonal line going here, receding away from you. Great focus. 1/80th of a second f of 8 ISO 400, 18 millimeters, which helps your depth of field too. So we really get some nice depth of field going here in all this peeling paint. Really, really nice shot. And a nice portrait. Nice catch lights in the young guy's eyes. He's a little soft, a little bit blurry, as you could see. It was ISO 3200 though, so you don't get the best resolution at ISO 3200. This obviously was very dark. It was 1/50th of a second, f of 1.8, ISO 3200. So, I mean, you did a really great shot given the circumstances and the conditions. The room was very dark, but it's a nice portrait, really well done. There's a cute too. The eyes, yeah, pretty good. Little tiny bit blurry maybe, but it's sometimes hard to photograph animals, especially because they're always jittery, moving around. Looking at, especially cats, curious, scared, moving forward, backward. So it's hard to keep those eyes in perfect focus. What you might want to do is use back button focusing with continuous uh, servo. So when you hold that back button in and you're focusing, it's always focusing. So as the cat is moving around, it's always focusing. And you keep that focus point, single focus point over the eye. And it helps get a stronger focus on the animal. I like shots like this. This is really well done, very nice. That 50 millimeter lens again, f of 2.8, ISO 1000. Some really high ISOs, but not a lot of noise. Did a really nice job controlling the noise. 1/500th of a second, so if it was a little windy, it kept these frozen in time. Did a really nice job. Another one, kind of like that one with the peeling railings on the porch. We have the skate kind of diagonally the other way. In this case, what was different with this one, we used a wide open aperture, so we kind of have a focus point right here, it appears. So anything a little bit in front of it's blurry, and anything a little behind it's blurry, and these Christmas lights get blurred out real nice. So this is a really cool effect, and this is kind of the opposite of what you could do when you did it to this one. Is you can see how this one here is we have this diagonal lines, but we used the f-stop at 8.0, so we have more of it really in focus, and even way down here it's not super out of focus. But this one now, this is kind of the opposite you could do. So it's a cool idea. I like it, and I like what you did here because of the lights. It makes these lights blur out, and it looks really cool. It's a nice shot. I mean, you got the sun bullseyed, and it's right in the middle. I mean, almost perfectly in the middle. So in this here, you have to work this scene. You don't have to have the sun right here. You could have it, down over here, over here, over here, over here. You just work the scene. Looks like you could utilize this as a more dominant diagonal line coming into the shot, something like that. So sky wasn't super great. I mean, you preferably have some clouds in the sky to give some texture and form. But you work the scene and see what you could come up with. This looks like that same area, and what I like about this one is you got the leading kind of diagonal line, and it leads us through the shot, and then you have someone in the shot right here. So our eyes could resolve on someone, and nice colors in the sky here. And really, it's a very good shot. It's a nice shot, kind of framing. You have the moon, but in here in this tree, and I like the processing. Looks kind of spooky, so you did a nice job. This is a kind of interesting shot too. Very busy. A lot of times I mention this in busy scenes, more so if you have a lot of busy vegetation. So there's a lot of green, but it will work on this scene too. Consider going black and white. if you often see these photographers that do these photographs of old, like decrepit mental institutions and old hospitals. Photographer that comes to mind is Amy Hayden. You could look her up. She's super talented. A lot of her shots will be in black and white because it just makes it look more decrepit and more old. So consider shots like this, doing them in black and white. Um, even in color, there wasn't a lot of color there to begin with. So do it in black and white. You could make it maybe add a little more contrast. You could make it even a little more, I don't know, a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say decrepit again, but you get my idea. This, straight leading line railroad track. This is kind of the classic shot when you're taught how to paint or taught how to take a picture. They, in the training book that you read, they're going to show railroad tracks going off in the distance, and this is it. Now the only thing I would like to see, I mean, the scene isn't super compelling. We need something else in here. Someone walking down the railroad tracks, a flower growing in the middle of this, something like that. Isn't it now a few black and white shots or color washed out shots, and this is a black and white shot. Again, probably that same area. Looks like an industrial area. It's a good shot. This is a very cute shot of the cat. Focus is real good on this one. See the eyes and nice crisp focus, and very limited depth of field, f of 1.8. So you could see that focus point was right here. So we have just most of the eye, and going towards the nose we start losing focus here and the ears out of focus. But that's cool. As long as the eye's in focus, that's all that really matters. So it's a really nice shot. I don't know what that is. It's an interesting shot though. It's again kind of a busy scene, and the processing's cool. You kind of sucked a lot of the color out of it. This is another one of those that I would say consider doing it in black and white. See what you come up with. You can make this sky more dramatic or less dramatic, whatever you want. But that's a pretty cool shot. This shot here, I mean, this is a common shot we photographers do. We point up at the leaves. It's okay. I mean, we just so much white here and so bright. Typically when it's something so bright, it distracts the viewer. It hurts their eyes. You can see how the histogram is really peaked way over here, and then we just have a lot of dark stuff over here. So there's not a lot of visual interest in the shot because of all this expansive white. It's not really negative space because there's just too many leaves to, have so much negative space that would contribute to the shot. So try different things, work the scene, try different, we call things similar to this, canopy shots, where you get the trunk in the picture. So you lay down near the trunk and shoot straight up, get shots like that, and see what you come up with. That's it for Tiana. Tiana, thank you very much for sharing your work with us. I really appreciate it. I like to thank everyone that watches all my videos. Thank you very much. If you guys have time, go over to my website, anthonymorganti.com. I have all kinds of photography stuff over there, and I'd really appreciate it if you went to YouTube and subscribed to my YouTube channel. That's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon.